And it's funny because what I feel like here is that this isn't about cheating, it's about intentions. And I almost feel like this person may feel that your emotions constantly are coming in toward them and like taking something from them. It's not like you're intentionally trying to hurt them or anything. It's weird. It has a really weird feeling. So let me start from the beginning here. The Ten of Wands being the overall, we're talking about a lot of burdens that are being placed on this relationship. It's like it's a constant struggle to get to a new beginning. You know, there may have been like a lot of things that have happened between you and this person, and there may be some things that are hard to like let go of. Now, we could also be talking about, you know, other responsibilities and things like that that the both of you have that may be preventing something from happening here, but the way that you come out actually looks really good. But it's about releasing the burdens, the pressure. So the way that you come into this with the Nine of Cups and them showing the Three of Pentacles, if this person came to you right now and said, Leo, I want to work on things with you, that would be exactly what you wanted. With the Nine of Cups being there, that would bring you that kind of happiness that you're looking for. You may still want this person. But them showing the Three of Pentacles, I think that, you know, they at one point may have saw really clearly how things could work. The problem is where you're meeting at in the relationship right now. The both of you are living separate lives. You are independent from this person, but you are not independent from the emotions that are surrounding them. But this is you doing your own thing here with the Nine of Pentacles, but very much still wanting this person, and in the past even wanting things to work out. But it was really on them, I think, to put forth the effort to make things work. But they may have moved on with the Chariot. Now, the other part of this, though, is that that could be the burden, is that there is distance between the two of you, which is easy enough to say with the Chariot. But I really think that, you know, as far as like wanting to pick up momentum in the relationship, they may still have a part of them that, you know, wants to work on this. But I think that there's more so a part of them that wants to move on because there's just too much. But because of this, I feel like the both of you are living separate lives. So when you move into the Queen of Cups, I feel like for you, it's the emotions that you come in with are something that you become more invested in the future. With the Seven of Swords, they may not understand what your intentions are. There is a weird feeling around this, and I'm trying to figure out the best way to describe this. It's like, if you are the Queen of Cups, whether you're male or female, or whether they're male or female, or if you're dealing with Cancer, water sign, right? This feels like when you come in, you take a piece of them with you. That's what I feel like, yeah. And they don't like it because when you leave, it leaves a feeling of pain almost. Like, you're not going to come in, you're not going to take a piece of me again and then just take off. And I don't think that that's your intention, because the way that you come out on this, it looks like there is at least some kind of communication about trying to build the relationship again with that Page of Pentacles. You know, and there could be this offer that's being made, but I think it's on their part because despite this, they very much would like to see something happen because there's the sun and this new life being brought into this. But what is the burden here? What got built up so much around this that it becomes a problem? And how do you release that before you can make anything happen? And then the Two of Swords, but this isn't something that you can make a choice on right now. And I don't think it's, you know, for some of you, yeah, it could be that you're living your separate life, but is there another person involved? And then you have the other person fighting too, right? But I think it's more so you not being in a place where you're able to make a choice here on this Ace of Cups. And I almost feel like ultimatum. Like, here it is. If you want it, it's here. But you have to make the choice here to do something about it. But it's like you either choose this or it's done and over with for good. Because that's already where this person is coming from, Leo. So things, I think, between the two of you are definitely over with. but it's not being let go of. And it's both of you. Let me just be clear on that. This is both of you doing this. But this person still wants to keep things going. For you with the Justice, it was like the way things ended, it was the right thing to do. And I think that some of you don't want to have these emotions coming back up with this Page of Cups, because I always feel like, you know, oh shit, there it goes, it's lost, right? And I'm not feeling it anymore. And there's a lot of communication that's going on about possibly trying to start this relationship again. They'd like to keep this going. I don't think that they're juggling two things. I think it's they're waiting for you to come back, but I don't think that you're there, and I don't think that that's a choice that you can make. They very much would like to see this renewed, but you know, I don't see you making the choice to accept this or to want to have those feelings for this person again. You know, and that may be because of that Ten of Wands, though, and all the things that were built up around the relationship. And then you have the King of Wands, but I think that, unfortunately, with the Moon here, I don't know, you know, I don't know that you could be that person, or if they could be the person that you're fantasizing about. It's interesting. But clearly there needs to be a conversation about what is going on between you and someone else. Someone that's important to you, someone that you have love for. This isn't a new relationship. So with the King of Cups coming through, and it's interesting how the Kings are playing into this, because you're both coming from a place, I think, of being a little bit more wiser. But the problem is we're still letting, you know, the fantasy take hold in the end, you know, but we'll clarify that. So the King of Cups coming through, clearly somebody has a lot of feelings, a lot of romantic feelings for the other person. Now that's either going to be you or them. And with the Six of Swords, somebody is trying to bridge the distance that's there between the two of you. It's like building a better bridge between how the relationship is going to go. But the thing is with the Six of Pentacles and the Four of Pentacles, there is something that this person knows that you want, but isn't willing to give it to you. And again, we can flip the script on this one, because it feels very fluid. Like this is either Leo's perspective or the other person here. But somebody is not willing to give what the other person needs. They know what the person wants, but they're not going to give it to them. And there's still, though, this want to keep the passion going, even though I'm not going to give you everything that you want. And I think that that's where the illusion kind of comes in. Like, fine, then we'll just pretend. Because there is still very much this love, this romance, this passion, this affection. I like the King of Wands in this deck, I do. But I think that it's time now to come back to reality here. Because whoever this person is, they're not going to give you everything that you need. That, or you're not going to be able to do this, right? Wow. Oh, okay. And the thing is you're not going to get that. Unfortunately, I don't think that this is something that you're going to get. But you live in the fantasy of having this from this person, and this may be why the situation continues. But where is it going? That's my thing. And there does need to be open communication about how you feel. Because you're either going to continue to live out a fantasy where you're going to be disappointed later on, or you're going to get clarity on the situation and, you know, start making different choices. You know, it almost has a feeling of, we need to get closure on the situation. We need to discuss this and then just, you know, move on. But for some of you, I don't think you want to. I don't think you want to. I think that there's still the fantasy that this person is going to give you, you know, what you're wanting here. But this is the classic romance. That's how you feel about it, right? I don't like the fact that there are secrets, though. This is something that either you're needing to keep secret or the other person is. And that may be why you're not getting what you need, or you can't give them what they need. You know, it just depends. It feels very fluid. I feel like I'm talking to a group of Leos who are in a relationship right now, but they're secretly connecting with somebody that they still have feelings for. The other group, you are completely single, but this is somebody who still has feelings for you. But there's distance between the two of you, And it's like they're wanting to come back and create a better bridge with you. But we're having to keep it on the down low, which makes me think that, you know, that person must be in a relationship. They don't want to talk about it. And they can't give you everything that you want, but they see you as the classic romance and they want to keep the passion going. But it's a fantasy, it's not real. And that's where the honest conversation needs to come through. With the Three of Pentacles, we're talking about warmth, more affection. And that's what you want, is more of a feeling of being together, but it's something that can't be made real. Despite the passion, despite the affection, despite the romantic feelings, it can't happen that way. And then the Seven of Cups. The thing is that there is true love here, which is great. But there are some problems here. So the Three of Wands coming in, I think that you're coming from a place of looking at your partner like they may have had the same feelings for you in the past. But that's what you're wanting to return here with the Six of Cups. This is looking back at a past partner or how your partner used to be. And this is like, I want this to come back. I want them to feel the same way that I do. And there is this opportunity for a new beginning between the two of you with the Ace of Cups, where we're restoring those emotions. But with the Five of Swords, inadequacy. And I'm already not liking seeing this card showing up. I don't like the idea of people being in relationships where they don't feel like they're good enough. You know, but is this a new beginning to get past that? You know, and that may be why you're wanting them to feel the same way that they used to about you. You're wanting that part of them to return, right? So it may be that this is a new beginning here for there to be a better bond between the two of you, where we're getting past those inadequacies. The problem is with the Hermit and the Seven of Cups. The Seven of Cups is fantasizing about how good the relationship could be. And you're still in a place of wanting that to show up in your life. All right. Again, with the Two of Cups and the Three of Wands, you're talking about this relationship being really, really good. There were strong emotions in the past. Both of you just loved each other and you felt the same way. But that was something of the past. And it's like wanting that to come back, which is why we're looking at a new beginning here. But there's still the feeling of needing to overcome feelings of not being good enough. But in the meantime, with the Eight of Wands, it's savoring the moments that you have. But where is this relationship going? You know, and then the other thing is can you enjoy yourself in this relationship if you don't feel like you're good enough? Unfortunately, with the Ten of Swords, you know, if we continue to live in fantasy and not, you know, willing to do something, you know, here to make this what you want it to be, then with the Ten of Swords, we are talking about a painful ending. You know, and like we always say, nothing's ever set in stone, right? None of this shit has to happen. But I think that this may be the both of you, though, being in a place of looking at how good things could be. That, or we're talking about fantasizing about a past partner and ending this relationship if it's not giving you what you need. You may have had this connection once before, and you have this opportunity, but somebody doesn't feel good enough. And I think it's you, Leo. I think that you don't like being in a relationship where you feel inadequate. You enjoy them. You enjoy the time together. But maybe this relationship will never be what you want it to be or what you see it to be. And that may lead to the Ten of Swords. You know? And some of you may be looking for true love this time. That, or this is the romance of a lifetime, but you may be allowing it to end because you don't see that it could be better.